Eswatini has got democracy. You know, we have areas called Tinkundlas in the country, 59 of them. Elections take place there. People elect members of parliament to parliament. Every decision made in this country goes through parliament, needs parliament approval. We've got a constitution that says that if there's any constitutional change that needs to take place, it has to happen through parliament. Parliament needs to raise a motion in that regard. There's a joint sitting, there's a voting. And if democratically people do want to change how we do our things, it happens through the people, it happens through parliament. So the thing is, it's once in a bit of an awkward place where, yes, there has been looting, there has been violence, it really has been terrible. But at the same time, to now open another platform to the formal platform, to the one which is voted in by the people, is obviously tricky. It's obviously, how does one have those discussions? If one can call what we have got dictatorship, I really don't. I very much disagree with it, because every decision that is made, it's a double process. So whatever decision, let's just say, His Majesty wants to make, it has to go through Parliament. Whatever Parliament wants to make, it has to also be approved by His Majesty. And things are being passed all day long. It starts in government, goes through Parliament, and goes to His Majesty. Many things stop in Parliament and get kicked out by Parliament. And we see that as a very democratic way. The fact that it needs His Majesty's approval at the end of the day too, does definitely not make it a dictatorship. As far as I know, everything is working now back on the internet. Things are open. But at the same time, one does need to keep in mind, as much as one does recognize internet is becoming almost a human right these days, I do get that. We're all very active on that as we speak. But at the same time, we need to understand that when lives are being lost because of communication on certain platforms, that is a national threat. And we do need to take that seriously, and we need to do things to protect lives. And that does take precedence above someone's able to communicate and able to tell the world what's going on. So I do still believe, and I stand by the fact that Eswatini's done the right thing at the right time. We haven't done a total block. Like I say, at the moment here we are talking, things are open. But it's but to close it at that critical time when lives are being lost is the right decision to make, I think, in any country. Around here, what I can testify to, and that is that a lot of the targeting did not take place on where His Majesty is claimed to have interest. The targeting was a lot of the people that are behind this process. They were also taking their competition out the way, be it in business competition or in political competition. That is what's happening. That's what actually happened on the ground. For instance, I'm involved in a business in Eswatini. I'm from the private sector, and it was said that this business that I've come from has got His Majesty as a shareholder, and that's utter nonsense. I would say the pension fund and provident fund are shareholders, and a private entity. I know for a fact that is just propaganda that has been pushed out there. So no, there was specific targeting of businesses. That is correct, but the agenda behind it was very different to what the narrative is on the ground. Very much in Eswatini, I know there was some rumor that he had left the country. He definitely has not left the country. And in due course, when there's peace and stability in the country, I'm sure that he will address the nation in that regard.